Miyo looks at all the kimonos Kyoka has got her, but the cherry blossom kimono gets most of her interest. It matches the cherry blossom kimono her mother used to have. Miyo tries to reject taking this much stuff, but Kyoka ensures her to take it as a return gift for the hair tie. Miyo beams in happiness. Kaya cannot contain her jealousy upon hearing from Tatsuishi that Miyo is happy and about to get married to the handsome Kyoka Kudou. She ensures Tatsuishi that she will ask her father to take back Miyo's marriage agreement with Kyoka. Tatsuishi smiles at the stupidity of the spoiled girl for doing everything that he needs. Miyo, on the other hand, feels happier than ever to have reunited with Hana and asks Kyoka to invite Godo for dinner so she can thank him as well. On the way home, Kyoka warns Godo to behave, but Godo continues to act childish and excited to meet Miyo. This, without a doubt, makes Kyoka jealous, so he kicks Godo out of the car when they reach their destination. Before Kyoka could threaten Godo anymore, Miyo walks out wearing the cherry blossom kimono looking prettier than ever. As Godo greets Miyo, Kyoka walks up to Miyo in a trance and calls her beautiful, which flusters not only Miyo but Kyoka as well. Kaya, who has been stalking Miyo, feels infuriated seeing her so happy. Godo stuffs the delicious food and expresses mock jealousy at Kyoka for having the luxury to eat such good food every day. Kyoka conveniently ignores Godo. Miyo expresses her gratitude to Godo for taking out his time and helping her meet Hana. A drunk Godo is amazed by the angel-like behavior of Miyo and jokes with her to dump his arrogant boss and marry him. Miyo is shocked while Kyoka chokes on his drink, but Godo seems to be in his world. Taking him seriously, Miyo apologizes and tells him she wants to live with Kyoka, making Godo tell her to relax and mock Kyoka for actually being human enough to be liked. Godo receives yet another warning at his casual remarks. A drunk and stuffed Godo is thrown into the car back seat and sent back home by Kyoka, while Godo drunkenly chants about being in love with these guys. He is a nuisance for Kyoka, but Kyoka had to comply with what Miyo wished for. He asks her if things went in accord with her, making her smile and thank him. Kaya continues to bother her father that she is better suited for Kyoka than Miyo, but he tells her to forget about Miyo and learn something valuable if she is that bored. Annoyed by her father not listening to him, she chooses a different pathetic way by tempting Koji that he should be engaged to Miyo rather than her. While Kyoka takes a shower, Miyo ends up sleeping with her head on the table. In a nightmare, Miyo finds herself standing on the water while weird spirits crawl towards her. She is suddenly pushed down from behind and land in the same room as her stepmother used to punish her. Kyoka walks out of his bath and notices Miyo squirming in her sleep. He takes her in his arms and feels weird remnants of an ability surrounding them. His thought process about the remnants is broken when Miyo starts crying and apologizing in her sleep. He wakes her up sweetly, making her come back to reality and feel embarrassed. Kyoka consoles her that if she feels anything odd, she can feel comfortable sharing it with him since she is not alone now. This manages to comfort Miyo. Koji sees a weird car leave out of his father's house and recalls Kaya's words from last night, making him worry about their intentions with Miyo. Miyo, on the other hand, prepares lunch for Kyoka, which is found endearing by Yuri, who offers they should get ready if they want to reach in time. Miyo gets ready in another kimono gifted by Kyoka while Yuri brings her a matching pouch with that kimono that Kyoka got made for her. Excited about the new pouch and meeting Kyoka, she forgets the amulet at home. Koji enters his father's office and finds Kaya already sitting. She greets him happily and proudly announces she is plotting to exchange fiancé with Miyo, as if it's not one of the absurdest things to say. Miyo's sudden arrival surprised Kyoka, but simultaneously makes him worried about her safety. Despite being busy, he offers to drop the ladies home, but they assure him they will go back easily. Kyoka confirms if she is carrying the amulet, to which Miyo informs him it's in her pouch. Kyoka leaves, even though he feels a little on edge sending them alone. While turning back, Miyo notices her pouch does not have the amulet, so the two ladies rush back home. While walking back, a car stops in front of them and two spirits, who are invisible to Miyo, kidnap her. After she walks out, Koji lashes out at his father for acting pathetic. Tatsuishi finally accepts that he is only interested in making Miyo a part of their family. Koji feels betrayed as he always thought his father was sympathetic to Miyo. The anger makes Koji use his ability against his father. He throws furniture towards his father, who without a blink stops the attack mid-air. He looks down upon Koji for being weak and thinking of defeating him and leaving after using his power to tie down Koji. Koji feels pathetic while lying on his father's office floor when his brother appears and frees him. Kazushi tells Koji to try all he can if he intends to do something and not give up. Not wanting to sacrifice any more of Miyo's happiness, Koji rushes to find a way. Kyoka freaks out when Yuri informs him of Miyo being kidnapped and the amulet not being with her. Kyoka panics about where to find her when Koji forces his way toward Kyoka and tells him he needs Kyoka's to help to save Miyo. Miyo wakes up in the same storage room she has always been trapped in by her stepmother. Her hands are tied above her head while she tries to call for help, but the one who responds is not someone that could be referred to as helpful. Kaya stands at the door with her usual arrogance and mockery towards Miyo. Koji tries to hurry Kyoka, who is unexpectedly calm. Koji side-eyes Kyoka for not showing much worry, but Kyoka believes in working things out calmly and once again confirms to Koji that Miyo will surely be at the Saimori house. Kaya and her mom insult Miyo for stepping out of boundaries and not dying in a ditch as a servant. Kanoko directly demands Miyo to reject marriage with Kyoka, which shocks the poor tied-up girl. Kaya also adds that Miyo is crossing her boundary by wanting to be the wife of Kyoka Kudou and wearing that expensive kimono. Kyo feels scared when Kaya casually picks up scissors and walks toward her. Kaya continues to snap the scissors in the air to terrorize Miyo, and if she does not promise to reject the proposal, Kaya would rip her fancy kimono into pieces. Miyo cannot believe Kaya when she mentions wanting to be engaged with Kyoka and giving Koji to Miyo as if talking about some business trade. Kanoko stands there, smirking as if her daughter is not acting desperate right in front of her. Kaya keeps nagging her to agree to this absurdity, but Miyo remains silent. Miyo does not want to let go of Kyoka, so she finds the courage to say so. Mad at Miyo talking back, Kanoko slaps her hard but before she could do more, Kaya stops her and cuts Miyo's rope. Miyo falls, making her look weak and pathetic in front of her so-called family. Miyo finally speaks up that she has been chosen as the fiancé and Kyoka. This angers the greedy mother-daughter duo, making Kanoko slap Miyo continuously. The woman thinks she raised Miyo and deserves to be listened to in return for her huge favor. They keep abusing Miyo, expecting her to give in eventually. Koji bangs his fist on the large wooden gates of the Saimori house, as if that would convince the people inside to open the door. Kyoka tells him to step back and blasts the gate into pieces. Tatsuishi and Shinichi are shocked to see the door destroyed. Kyoka gets to the point and asks where Miyo is. Tatsuishi refuses to acknowledge the question and announces Miyo would not go back there. Shinichi, the only blood relation of Miyo, stands confused, unaware of her daughter being tortured in her own house. Fooled by Tatsuishi calling Kyoka a danger to their house, he supports Tatsuishi in attacking Kyoka. Tatsuishi thinks of himself as a big deal while in reality, he is nothing compared to Kyoka. As Kyoka moves ahead, Koji tells him about the storage room where Miyo is supposed to be found, but Tatsuishi attacks them from behind unexpectedly. Kyoka, however, judges the fire and saves himself and Koji, but Tatsuishi keeps up the fire attack. This spreads fire to the whole samurai household. So, the one who Shinichi supported to save his house was the one who burnt it down. Tatsuishi is knocked unconscious after Kyoka's counterattack. As Kaya continues to torture Miyo to give in, she recalls how she has apologized for things she did not do her whole life just to end the torture. But the time with Kyoka was the only time she felt needed and alive, and he made her want to keep up her will to live. Miyo decides to never give up on Kyoka no matter what happens. As Kaya tries to hit her again, the door opens, revealing a worried Kyoka to a fainting Miyo. Despite the pain, she feels the happiest that Kyoka came to rescue her. She expresses her gratitude before passing out. Kanoko screams upon seeing her house on fire. As Kyoka hugs Miyo, Kaya starts her usual whining about calling Miyo useless and lowly and how she is better suited for Kyoka since she is better than Miyo in every way. Kyoka shuts her up by calling out how pathetic and arrogant she is, and he would never choose her for marriage ever. Kaya is distraught as if all those things were not true. Kyoka picks Miyo and leaves. Koji calls out to Kaya to take her too since everything is burning. Kaya screams, questioning Koji for trying to save her when he loves Miyo. Koji represents brutal honesty by telling Kaya he is saving her, so Miyo does not blame herself later for any accident. In a dream, Miyo finds her mother under the cherry blossom tree, who is happy and proud of how well her daughter has grown. She apologizes to Miyo for causing her so much pain and leaves after telling her to believe in the power inside her. This confuses Miyo, making her gain consciousness. She wakes up in her room with Kyoka sitting beside her, dozed off. Kyoka wakes up and reassures Miyo that she is safe. Miyo feels happy and content in the care of Kyoka and Yuri, who rushed in crying about Miyo. An old person inside a curtain and a shady guy outside it talk about Tatsushi failing to do his job well and how this could end in the usable blood going into the hands of the Kudou family, which would be disastrous for them. The shady guy offers to take the job to stop this from happening. The old man tells him that he should do it carefully, as they will only have one chance at whatever sick plan they are plotting against poor Miyo and Kyoka.